Hi, James. I'd like to say, joining in with absolutely the perfect opening call.
Yes.
It's a non-story because
That was my fear, but I need to hear from people like you who live in the zone that's being discussed, really.
So to lay my cards on the table, as you say, I'm a carer for my wife, who was disabled, aged 28.
Okay.
And she receives PIP, independence payment. And we've been through the initial process of applying the assessment. Then we've had the usual review, what comes along, and the assessment. And we've even had to take it to tribunal, so she gets fairly assessed. Now, the point what I'm trying to make about this part of my contribution is that at no point during that process is it focused on can you work.
Right.
It is all medically based upon your condition, what you can do, how far you can walk, if you can look after yourself.
Yes.
If you need assistance, and it's the personal independence payments are completely about your disability or health condition. So getting people who are disabled back into work, why not? Why not? Just because you're disabled,
of course,
it doesn't mean to say you can't work.
Well, 20% of people claiming disability benefits say they want to work, but that isn't necessarily proof that this is the way to make it happen.
James, no, me and my wife, we was in the police, we were professionals, and we were doing all right in life. And we had the curveball of her disability come along.
Right.
Rarely does a week go past, okay, where she wants to go to work. But, and here's the caveat, you can claim PIP and you can have a condition. You could be quadriplegic. You could be less ill than that. And you might want to go to work, and you might tick that box saying that you want to go to work, but realistically, it's just not going to happen. And the out-of-work benefits, so I have to manage the finances for a bunch of reasons.
Yes.
So, hold on, we'll go back to PIP. So the reason why you get PIP, okay, it isn't like bad luck, here's some money to make you feel better. It's because your health conditions require you to have your heating on.
I see. Yeah.
It's because of the extra water what you use. If you've got a health condition where you have to maintain hygiene or manage continence, it's because you need to buy grabbers. It's because you need to run a bigger car because you've got to get a wheelchair in the back. It's not money as a payoff because you've had a load of bad luck. It's money to give you independence.
Yes, of course.
Now, and I'm sorry to go on, James. I know it's your radio show, mate.
Shush. You take as much time as you want.
But the out-of-work benefits, the ESA, like your first caller said, so my wife does receive that because, she's out of work. I get carer's allowance, but I still go to work for 1 day a week, which is what I can achieve, to make a contribution to society, and a bit of self-pride.
Yeah.
But the money what we earn with, through my job, through her receiving ESA, her PIP, and universal credit, mate, literally, the amount of money we have spare in a month, right, is what I'd have spare when I was working, we were both working as a professional. So to anybody to say, oh, yeah, they're not working so that they can't claim benefits, so they get free money, mate. But money what you get, it's enough to get by, but you get a big bill coming along that month.
You don't know how you're going to pay it. I haven't picked up on that rhetoric much explicitly. I don't think people are particularly suggesting that anyone is... Well, maybe they're suggesting people are swinging the lead. The idea, it looks like that's the suggestion underneath this, but it's not gone tabloid yet, Dan. It's not as if people are saying, oh, they're all scroungers, they're all this, that, or the other. But they do seem to be saying that if you could keep more of your benefits, then you would go to work, which means that people are making a conscious decision not to go back to work at the moment, which is, as you've just explained so powerfully, clearly not the case with your wife.
I heard it come up on Nick's show.
Did it?
And I thought I just haven't got the energy to even phone in and engage with him. And I was hoping he was going to say about it. And like, you know, I don't sound gushing. You know, I'm just going to say how it is. As somebody who's seen.
You don't understand what the idea is. You don't. I mean, what is the idea here? Either we've misunderstood it or it's rubbish. There doesn't seem to be a third way, does there?
No, and you know what, James? I'm going to say it, mate.
Go on.
It is grossly offensive and truly upsetting.
Yeah.
Like to even suggest that, you know, just because you get PIP, you're not going to go to work or you're not going to make efforts to go to work, because you know what, health is your greatest wealth. Nicely
put, mate. I'm sorry for what you're going through, and it's you've clearly undergone quite a turnaround in your lives, and we should probably be looking at ways to help you, make your burden smaller, not to add to them by suggesting that you're engaged in some sort of sleight of hand, or maybe, again, I stress, maybe we've got, if Dan's got the wrong end of the stick, it's my fault for explaining it wrongly. But this sentence here seems to me to be pretty unequivocal. Ministers think that the perverse, that's the word that the Times has been given, a perverse assessment system encourages people to prove they are too ill to work. Yeah, all right. I think we'll let Dan's offensive stand until someone can explain why that's not offensive to people like him and his wife.